Saying the other night, the shark. They were saying, oh, sharks, we have to protect them. I said, wait a minute, wait. Well, I'm not a big fan of sharks either. It's never fun to save the shark. It's called Save the Shark. They say, no, thank you. I have other things I can contribute to.
Welcome to BedRoom Banter
with Dusty and all
BedRoom Banter
and Mike.
There's an old wooden bridge that we used to play on. Deep in the woods, we were all alone, just the two of us. We were so young. We used to skip school, we were ditching the class, hit the tall grass and never make it back till we saw the morning sun. We were so dumb. I didn't know where this was gonna go. Rusted nails and broken boards in a place we've never been before. Our hearts are beating so loud that we can't think. We were so young, we were so free. Tension between both of us was busting at the seams. It all started with a kiss on an old wooden bridge. Na 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 na. Headed back home when the sun killed the light. Hop, skipping, jumping the fences all night till my window comes and you lift me up. Lying in bed, I wonder if you're asleep. If you're sleeping, are you dreaming? If you're dreaming, are you thinking of me? When you wake up, I didn't know we were out of control, out on our own. Rusted nails and broken boards in a place we've never been before. Our hearts are beating so loud that we can't think. We were so young, we were so free. Tension between both of us was busted at the seams. It all started with a kiss. Na 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 na. It all started with a kiss. On a night like this, on an old wooden bridge. Na 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 na. There's an old wooden bridge that we used to play on. Deep in the woods, we were all alone, just the two of us. We were so young. Hey y'all, welcome to Bedroom Banter.
Blah. That was a little.
Blah, blah, blah,
Blah, blah, blah,
blah.
blah, 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 blah.
It was nice.
Tonight's episode is about 60 minutes.
It's 1 hour if you're counting.
That's 60 minutes of uninterrupted commercial full television. About 15 minutes worth of content. Tonight's episode's about, and it's gonna be a little bit long, so please bear with us. We want to give you our wonderful reactions and fact checks according to us, not Facebook.
Well, I got it right here. I got the unedited version.
Unedited, okay. So 60 Minutes did an interview, and some of you who actually follow the truth know this. Did an interview with Donald Trump that will air on Sunday, but we have the scoop thanks to Mr. Trump. Okay, so we're going to go through all the key points that we felt infuriated by, and going to give you our notes on it. So this will be, I guess you can call this what people, the youngins call this the reaction video.
Yeah. That's what they call it.
I hate that term. It just seems so juvenile. But we're gonna give this to you. So we're gonna watch it here on the phone. We're gonna Hey, watch yourself, boy.
Ooh.
We're going to watch it here on the phone and react in the key points. You will watch it on full screen at home, of course. So bear with us. We're going to have some fun here and air you, the public, 60 minutes before 60 minutes.
Sir, excuse me, cases are up in about 40 states.
Okay, you know why cases are up also? Because we do more testing. If we didn't do testing, cases would be way
Yeah, but
down.
why are you saying they're not up? You know, you're saying things that people can
No, what I'm
see.
saying to you, Leslie, is the following. We do more testing than any country in the world by far. Second is India with 1.5 billion people. We do more testing. If we did half the testing, we'd have half the cases. If we did no testing, like many countries, we would have very few cases. Because we do so much testing, the fake news media loves to say cases are up. The fact is, we've done a very, very good job.
Cases are up?
We have done, that's right, because we're doing so much testing.
Cases, will you at least say cases are up?
Yes, cases are up
Okay.
because we are doing tremendous testing and we're finding where there's a problem.
The reason that no one has the amount of cases we do is because we test more than no one's able to test. Does that make sense?
We have
I need to
more
word it in
tests.
another way to make that more obvious. You test more, you get more cases. You also get more non-cases as well. No one's talking about the fact that there are so little people getting positives as well. They're just saying cases are up.
Suburban women.
Yeah.
You said the other day to suburban women, will you please like me, please?
Oh, I didn't say that. You know, that's so misleading the way I say jokingly, suburban women, you should love me because I'm giving you security and I got rid of the worst regulation. See, the way you said that
Yeah.
is why people think of you and everyone else as fake news. I said kiddingly, suburban women, you should love me. The way you have it, it's like, oh, like I'm begging. I'm kidding. Play it, and I'm kidding. That is such a misleading question, Leslie.
But you're behind with suburban women in the polls.
I doubt it. I doubt it. I really doubt it.
Donald Trump doesn't have to beg any women to love him. Period.
Do people not understand humor anymore?
No.
Like when he's joking, it's obvious.
Well,
when
here's
he's joking.
here's how it is. My wife and I watch every single rally, every one that he does, all of them. We watch them all with a fine-tooth comb, and we watch them because we understand the comms and all the little things. We're waiting for him to say a new little thing because he adds a new little thing in every one of them that lead us to the next point. And he was joking. I remember this because this was not too long ago. He said, "Suburban women, will you like me?" And we were like, "Ha, that's so funny."
Yeah,
and
in the
so
context
here's
of
a
whole
problem. This is the problem.
conversation, It was a joke.
The problem with fake news media. Fake news media, CNN, MSNBC, Fox even, and at many points Fox. And although we hate
this
that.
is CBS.
This is CBS, CNN, ABC, all that stuff's all fake news. They try to spin it to make you, the listener, who hasn't watched the rallies as much as we have, think that he's begging women to love him. And it's just sick.
God.
It's freaking sick.
But the polls show that you're behind with them. And one of the reasons, let me
You're
say
not looking
this,
at recent polls.
one of the reasons is that they don't feel you're being upfront about the pandemic. And when you
So-
say there are fewer, we're rounding the corner, and
We
you
are
tell
rounding
Bob
the corner.
Woodward that
We
you
are rounding the
deliberately like to downplay this.
We are rounding the
Are
corner.
you
We're rounding the
deliberately
corner. We're
downplaying it?
doing well. We're doing well. We understand the disease. I saved millions of people. You know, 2.2 million people were supposed to die. You go back and you look at your models, 2.2 million people. We saved tremendous numbers of people. What we haven't done a good job on is convincing people like you, because you're really quite impossible to convince, but that's okay.
What are you saying about
What
it?
I'm saying is that we got hit with somebody. It's not our fault.
Can we go back for 1 second to the pandemic? You called Dr. Fauci and other health officials idiots. And I'm
Dr.
wondering-
Fauci,
I'm
when did I
wondering
call
if you
when did I
think-
call him an
I'm
idiot?
wondering if you
When did I
think
call him an idiot?
you called them idiots.
Well, he's been
You
wrong
think-
a lot. I like him, but he's been wrong a
I
lot.
wonder.
Okay, I've never heard him. We like I said, we watch him with a fine-tooth comb.
Not
He's
that one.
not that comb. That comb we dropped. But I've never heard him call Fauci an idiot. I've heard him say the word idiots, but he's never referred to Fauci as one, even though we all know he's a liar and he's an idiot.
I don't think
and he's
he's
a
an-
cheat.
I don't think he's an idiot.
He's very smart.
I think he's brilliant.
I
He
think
knows
he's
what he's doing.
I think he's an idiot because he thinks he was pulling one over on all of our eyes, and we're smarter than that.
He was just stirring the little pot. That's what he was doing, and he knew that. And that takes a smart person to do. So he's not an idiot, and Trump didn't call him one.
No, I don't remember that. And
He's a jerk.
If you think that masks don't work,
Dr. Fauci said, don't wear masks. Then he said, wear them. And I have nothing against masks. And I tell people to wear masks. I have no
tell
problem.
me then about these rallies you've been having.
A lot of people are wearing masks, and they're
A lot of people
outside.
aren't. I'm watching all these people jammed in together, and I'm seeing most of them without masks. We used to have bigger rallies.
No, these are much bigger than I ever
I
had.
don't want to bigger over
You
that.
know,
Tell me about
you're so
the mask
negative.
wearing.
You're so negative. These are the biggest rallies we've ever had. You just come in here with that negative attitude. These are the biggest rallies we've ever had. We are having numbers like we've never had.
Tell me about the
There is
masks.
more, excuse me, no, but you made a statement. There's more enthusiasm right now for us than we ever had before.
But what about the masks? I can't believe after what happened in the Rose Garden here, after the announcement, with all the people getting sick, that you are not being more strongly encouraging about wearing masks at your
I
rallies.
tell people to wear
But you
masks.
don't.
Leslie, we hand out thousands of
But
masks
you
at
look
every
out and
rally.
you're not.
There has never been anything like what you're witnessing now, and you'll see that soon.
Okay, but I'm asking about masks, not about the size of your rallies. I'm asking why
You
you want to say-
commented on the size of the
I know,
rally.
but
You
I'm
said they're not
asking-
as big as they used to be, and I'm telling you they're much bigger.
Okay, but I'm asking you now about the masks. Why aren't you getting up there and saying, I had it, I don't want you to get it, so please
Leslie,
put your mask on?
we hand out masks to everybody that comes to the rally.
Donald Trump has saved millions of lives. He's said this before, and nobody thinks of it this way. Okay, my father was one of them that was worried at first. Like, we're supposed to lose 2.2 million people due to this plague, this biological attack that happened from China.
Now, this is before we knew anything
So
about it.
this is where, and this is why I wanted to comment right here, because Trump says what we haven't done is a good job of convincing the people that we've done a good job. Here's why. He's just not worded it right yet. What it should be, the way he should word it is, okay, 2.2 million people, 2.2 million people have supposed to have died from this deal. Only 200,000 have. Therefore, what the media is not telling you is that he's saved 2 million people's lives. That's your life. That's your grandmother's life. That's your father's life. It sucks and it's terrible for all the people that have passed away from this. But in reality, the way the media has spun it, 200,000 people have died and it's your fault. How about 2 million people were saved and it's your fault? The media is fake. They're corrupt. They're horrible. They are
mince
against
words.
the American people.
They mince words.
They want to keep you and me in fear, and we shouldn't let it happen anymore.
Okay, this is important. Okay, I'll ask you another health question, okay? You promised that there was going to be a new health package, healthcare plan.
Yeah.
You said that it was going to be great. You said it's ready, it's going to be
It will
ready,
be.
it's all ready. It'll be here in 2 weeks. It's going to be like nothing you've ever seen before, and of course, we haven't seen it. So why didn't you develop a health plan?
It is developed. It is fully developed. It's going to be announced very soon when we see what happens with Obamacare.
Why haven't we seen it?
You have seen it. I've been putting out pieces all over the place, and we actually have plans. And we have 180 million people right now have a plan. And you haven't been watching. You haven't been watching.
But what about the pre-existing, people with pre-existing conditions? If the Supreme
Are
Court...
protected. Will
They
be
will.
totally protected.
How?
They'll be protected,
How?
Leslie. I mean, the people with
How?
pre-existing conditions are going to be
How?
protected as they are now.
How?
In any plan we do,
But there
they will
isn't.
be protected. Leslie, people with pre-existing conditions will be always protected. Always.
Oh, Democrats, liberals, crybabies, all of. You like that? Crybabies. That was a good one.
Yeah.
No snowflakes, crybabies.
Yeah.
If you have a pre-existing condition, no matter what happens with Obamacare, your existing condition will be covered. How many times you got to say it? I think he just laid it out. No plan will happen unless pre-existing conditions are covered. So you can stop crying. You can let your guard down. You can enjoy the rest of your life knowing that the government loves you.
And so people with pre-existing
We've come up with
conditions-
many plans, Leslie, and we have, they're already in existence. I'll tell you what, after this interview, I will show you short-term, longer-term, I'll show you different plans.
Here's a beautiful picture that Mr. Trump gave to this hack job reporter. She couldn't even pick it up.
Shows Kayleigh McEnany handing her the healthcare plan, the Trump care plan, and her knees buckled.
Look at those knee buckles.
Little weak knees.
Yeah.
We've come up with many plans, and we cut the individual mandate out. You know, the individual mandate is gone. That was the worst part of Obamacare. That's gone.
Okay, all of that, I grant you.
Oh, she owns that. She grants him a factual statement. You know what? For 8 years, I voted Obama twice, sadly. For 8 years, I got penalized every year in my taxes because I was, even though under a beautiful Democratic plan, healthcare plan, I was still penalized for not having health insurance,
That's what you're
for
saying.
not being able to afford health insurance.
Yeah.
And because I made more than $0, I couldn't even afford the minimum Obamacare plan. Couldn't afford it.
expensive. Yeah.
It was like TRS. It's like teacher retirement. Like you're paying $500 a freaking month for this poor income healthcare plan. You know where that money went? Straight to somebody's pocket.
People with pre-existing conditions will be stranded, and that's just a fact.
It's wrong. It's
No.
wrong. A new plan will happen.
But will.
And we won't do anything, will and is. We won't do anything and no plan unless we have pre-existing conditions covered. And the individuals.
Are you gonna say that you didn't say this? Because I saw you say this
Go
on
ahead.
television.
Oh, you're really trying to. I wish you would interview Joe Biden like you interview me. It would be so. And he's in the midst of a scandal.
He's not.
And he's taking. Of course he is,
No,
Leslie.
come on.
Of course he is.
You
See
know, they
that?
had the Senate
So
committee,
you're like
Republicans.
big tech. You're protecting him, and everyone is, except for
Yeah, but you're taking something that was investigated
Leslie,
by a
let me ask
Republican
you.
committee.
You think
in
it's
the Senate.
okay for the mayor of Moscow's wife to give him millions and millions of dollars, $3.5 million, to give his family $3.5? Do you think it's okay for Hunter Biden to say that we're giving the big guy 10% of this massive amount of money they're taking in? Do you think it's okay for all of these horrible things that you've seen where they're getting hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, where China gives them $1.5 billion to manage the family, $1.5 billion, and then he's supposed to negotiate? Let me tell you, it's the second biggest scandal.
So-
The biggest scandal was when they spied on my campaign. They spied on my campaign.
There's no
Leslie.
real evidence of that.
Of course there is. It's
No.
all over the place. Leslie,
Sir.
they spied on my campaign and they got
Can
caught.
I say something? You know, this is 60 Minutes, and we can't put on things we can't verify.
You won't put it on because it's bad for Biden.
We can't
Look,
put
let me tell
on
you.
things we can't verify.
Leslie, they spied
And-
on my
Well, we
campaign.
can't
It's been
verify
totally
that.
verified.
No, that.
Okay.
And you're out
So
there.
why don't you get back to your interview and let's go.
All right.
The media is
The name
corrupt.
call. Let's
In my
talk
opinion,
about-
the media is corrupt. But,
You know,
but
you
the
told-
media is fake. And frankly, if I didn't have social media, I'd have no way of getting out my voice.
You know what you
You've
told me.
discredited yourself.
You told me that.
Leslie, you've discredited yourself. When you say that you're not going to cover Biden, you're going to ask him what flavor ice cream he has, okay?
That's not
Instead
me.
of why did Hunter get $3.5 million from Moscow? Instead of why is an energy company paying your son $183,000 a month or whatever they're paying him, and he has no experience in energy? You know, you discredit yourself. I don't have to discredit you.
So this story about Hunter and his laptop, some repair shop found it, the source is Steve Bannon and Rudy Giuliani.
I don't know anything about
And
that.
you're
I just know it's a
making-
laptop, and
you're-
they haven't.
And you're making this one of the hottest, most important issues in your rallies.
I don't know about the two gentlemen you mentioned.
This is the most important issue in the country.
It's a
right
very
now.
important issue to
For
find
you
out
to
whether or
talk
not a
about.
man's corrupt who's running for president, who's accepted money from China and from Ukraine and from Russia.
All these
Yeah, I think
things
that's
have
an
been
important issue.
investigated and discredited.
It's incredible the way you can try and say this and sit there and look me in the eye and say it.
So you're like Big Tech. You're protecting him, and everyone is, except for
Few people like me, and like her, and like everyone else in the governing states of the Americas.
Yeah, we're not protecting anybody.
We ain't protecting nobody, and Biden's corrupt. This is proven. You can't be verified. We're 60 minutes.
on.
Come on, man. Where'd she get that from? The old pedophiles handbook? Sure did. This has been verified, counter-verified, contusion verified.
It's being verified
Collusion
right
verified.
this minute.
Right this minute, right before the we're filming this right before the debates. Guess who just came out and corroborated that whole
Bobolinsky is on there, and he is just verifying
Every bit of it.
fact. Everything
Every bit of
is
it.
true.
true
Treason,
treason.
bribery, China, Biden's,
Ukraine,
It's all bad.
Iran, Russia,
corruption.
Pakistan.
They're done.
I'm saying,
It's the biggest scandal out there, Leslie.
and you think it's the biggest issue to campaign on?
I think it's one of the biggest scandals I've ever seen, and you don't cover it.
Biggest.
You want to talk about
Well, because it can't be verified.
you want to talk
I'm
about
telling you.
insignificant things.
I'm telling you.
Of course it can be verified. Leslie,
It can't be
Leslie,
verified.
what can't be verified?
The laptop,
Why do you say that?
because.
Even the
it's
family
verified.
hasn't, the family on the laptop, he's gone into hiding. For 5 days, he's gone into hiding.
He's preparing for your debate.
Oh, it's taken him 5 days to prepare? I doubt it. Okay. But Leslie,
The reason.
we're in the White House. The press is very biased, very, very biased. Leslie,
You are.
Leslie, you're discrediting yourself. When you don't go after Biden, with the corruption in the Biden family,
Going after Biden? You've asked me 5,
when
6,
you
7
don't, when
times.
you don't go after what happened in the Russia witch hunt, which turned out to be a total phony with no collusion whatsoever. When you don't do that, you discredit yourself.
I don't even know where to go here.
I don't think so.
Can you characterize your supporters? Can you?
Yeah, I think I can. People that love our country. And people that don't want to see the stores get looted and burned down, and people that don't want to see riots, and they don't want to see anarchists. Yeah, I think I can.
You know, I didn't want to have this kind of.
Of course you did.
No, I didn't.
Of course you did.
No, I didn't. President. and-
Excuse me, Leslie, you started with me. Your first statement was, are you ready for tough questions?
I didn't.
That's no way to talk. No way to talk.
Leslie, one second. This is the first warning. I think we have 5 minutes until we have the vice president step in. Is that about right?
Well, I think we have enough. Really, we have enough of
So I
it.
think we're ready for the vice president now.
I think we have enough of an interview here. Okay, that's enough. Let's go.
Here's the thing. She started her interview with, "Are you ready for tough questions?" The problem is she wasn't ready for tough answers.
They never are.
What do we got?
We have t-shirts for sale on teespring.com/stores/bedroom banner. You guys go pick up a t-shirt. You would really give us a lot of support here at Bedroom Banner. We would
A lot.
greatly appreciate it. You can also donate to the Cash App link that's at the top of the video. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing the link. Make sure you go to our Facebook page, hit like and follow, and also subscribe and hit the notification bell on our YouTube channel so you get all of our posts and all of our videos and all of our episodes here at Bedroom Banner. Today is Thursday, October 21st of 2020. God bless all of the Patriots. God bless you. And God bless the USA. If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave their right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, from New York to LA. Oh, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave their right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave their right to me. And I gladly stand up. Next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
One day, no one will have to be anonymous. We don't hate, we don't discriminate, and we don't riot in the streets. If we're not all there.
There's not one there. Good night, y'all.